we live in some very interesting times. You've all heard this line for different reasons, but I want to give you a data point. There are more people alive in this world today than have ever not lived, than have died ever since humanity came into existence. So there are more people that are alive today than have ever died. So I'm going to take just 2 minutes, and one is actually to talk to you about the breadth and the extent of the challenge that we all face, because we took this mission. This was a choice. This was a passion, or maybe some of you were forced into it, but now have started to love it. So this is we're in this together. And at these times, we have to understand what is it that we do. When people talk about, they talk about the number of meals that are served on trains, or they talk about the number of flights that take place over the world, and all those data points, they all, almost turn meaningless when we talk about the price of a human life. And when we talk about the number of people that are suffering today, that don't have access, or that don't have the ability to grow in terms of the intelligence due to malnutrition, and these are or access because of the distance of where they live, and these are challenges the rest of the world also goes through. It's not just developed countries or developing countries that we see. This is a worldwide challenge that we face. We face malnutrition. We face a difficulty in access. And more than anything else, we face quality, and that is something that all of you have come here to do. And you've combined this quality and with talking about disruption, because truly, technology is the only one that will equalize and probably be able to face up to the challenges of the future. So everything you've learned here today, I think that it is valuable, that you'll take it back, that each one of you will go back to your workplace with some new knowledge, and more than anything else, some new hope. And this is very important. The second part of what I want to say is that I think that, every time I stand up to say that I'm an Indian and from the healthcare industry, I actually feel super proud of myself. Do you know that in India, our per capita spend on healthcare is $150? We spend $150 per capita on healthcare. The US spends about $8,000. And OECD spends $5,000 per capita on healthcare. And in this $150, what do? We have world-class outcomes. We have world-class outcomes in every single specialty. So people have access to the best care, and that's something that I feel that all of us in this room should celebrate. Please give yourselves a hand. You've done such a great job. In the world of great healthcare, India rocks it. You have the best outcomes in the world in many, many specialties. And this is important. But what we also do is that we are providing, we're in the process, and I'm so glad the minister is here, because we must understand the convergence, that we are not here today just to provide the best of healthcare. Neither are we here to provide healthcare for the middle class above and the ultra rich. We are here because we really want to serve everybody in India. And this is a mission that I feel very proud that Apollo has led, not from today or from yesterday, but I think the very reason that my father, Dr. Reddy, came back from the US, that he could have pursued a fantastic career, and he was called back by his parents, and he said, let me do something for the country. And he went from doctor to collect and to build the first hospital. And then from there, we we said, let's make sure. I mean, there were so many people that offered him. They said, oh, we'll give you refurbished equipment, or we can give you this. And he said, I will never compromise in technology. I will never compromise in giving the doctors the best. And I will most of all never compromise in having a staff that is frontline fighting, because it's about the patient. And I think this is a mission that we thank you for. That and sometimes I forget it, being a daughter and so close to him. But when I see all of you, and then I see Dr. Reddy outside, and I see that the amount of respect, and he always says it comes from being part of Apollo, it comes from part of being Indian healthcare. And I think this is something that all of us together should celebrate and appreciate. And I'll leave you with this. Thank you very much.